Hi Bladers. This is a little awkward since it's been a while since I've made a video like this, where it's like long form, and I've never done any reviews. Uh, and if I'm gonna keep doing this for the long term, I better start now than before Shelter Drake comes out, which I will be reviewing when I get my hands on it. I bought all three of them, so that's gonna be fun. Anyways, I just want to say thank you for the support and likes on my short form content. And I just want to say today we're going to be looking at some of my favorite blades. Now, the blade is this part, your top layer, the layer that you're going to be hitting more contact with. This is the blade. And right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blades that I really like, whether it be by color or design, or just from nostalgia, or anything like that. So I think I'm going to start random, and I'm going to start with Kill Shark. Now, Kill Shark is it's what I got myself into doing Beyblade X. I remember seeing people doing Beyblade Burst, but I never made any content about it because it just didn't intrigue me per se. But when I saw Beyblade Geeks make a video on the random boosters of Kill Shark, that made me be like, oh damn, this is pretty good looking, and I really like it. You know, simple attack blade, pretty. I wouldn't say meta, but it is really good in unranked, from what I can say. I've never ran an unranked tournament. Usually at my club, which is the NWABC at Gear Gaming in Fayetteville. If you live in the Fayetteville area or just around Northwest Arkansas, please come by. We start every 6 o'clock at the first and third Tuesday. It'd be really fun if you guys could come out. And yeah. So this blade has 2 big contact points, and they're just really good at upper attacks with that sloping, sort of coiling thread that really gets under your opponent and flies them off. And I think that's all I have to say about this one. It's really good. It's a really good blade. And another blade that I really like, just because it's really versatile and something that any blader should be using. I wouldn't say in ranked matches, but definitely as an option, because when I look at discourse about this blade, I see a lot of people saying meh, but it has some really good defenses to it, and that's obviously talking about Crimson Garuda. Now, Crimson Garuda is very oval shape when you look at it. The way that these 2 bits sort of pop out sort of messes with the center of gravity, I guess. But it has your upper attacks and your smash attacks. It's all around a really good balance, and it coming with trans point was a good move, because this is supposed to be such a versatile bay. And though you don't see point in a lot of competitive play, I could probably see some good uses out of it. I wouldn't make a video on it. I wouldn't make a Bay of the Day on it, per se, just now, but it has some potential, I gotta say. And there is some weight distribution where this has more metal than the other side that I just noticed. It is very off balance, which makes it really good for attack or stamina if you run it on ball. And it's just overall really fun to play with. Even though it's like my least viewed Day of the Day, I think this has got to be the best layer to use. in terms of stamina. And I might be running this back in my team just by saying that, because it's just a really good blade. Next up is, I guess, would be a part of anyone's favorite blade if they are Hasbro exclusive. It would definitely be Tusk Mammoth. That was a bad segue, but still. Yes, this is colored. No, I might not be changing it. Might just get a second Tusk Mammoth, just plain, if I can find one. But yeah, I put this on here because it is, honestly, it is a okay bay. Stock-wise, it's not good, but other than its imbalances, it could have some good play to it. But this is my first bay in Beyblade X. Like, I had this one, a friend had Drawn Dagger when we did the set, you know, the stadium. And it's just a really good bay to use. Like, I would crush him with this one because of how good it was in terms of like Hasbro Stadium. And it was really my first introduction into collecting Beyblade X. It is such a cool design, like with the mammoth sort of arcing over on both sides, and the gear chip really inspired me for the logo of the NWABC. And I did hear that it has some imbalances, like especially right here, where it's like more stuff. It's better if I see it, but yeah, you can see it right there. And it's just one in a nostalgic bay that I feel like a lot of younger bladers, when a new generation will come out, will be like, hey, Tusk Mammoth was awesome. I can't wait for them to remake it. Kind of like how people were like with Aero Pegasus and just like Storm Pegasus in general, and Sting Unicorn with Unicorno. I just think that it is so cool that we can reminisce on older generations. And I think that's what is really cool about Beyblade, is that you're just having fun just thinking about Beyblade. I know I do. Another one that I use that's always in my deck is Knife Shinobi. It is not competitively viable, per se. I've been saying per se a lot. But it is a really good like attack, honestly. Like, you should not run this on defense, especially on Spike. Spike is such a bad Spike is such a bad like bit. Like, because it's such a small point that you're going towards. But otherwise, anyways, Knife Shinobi gets it done, especially on low flat, like the stock combo that you would get when you get Beyblade X Zone. Is kind of what I run, and yeah, it was sharpied on, not flattering at all. But you know, it's whatever. I like the colors of it, and it's just a really good bay to use on attack, especially if you're doing unranked. Because if you're doing unranked, then yeah, you would be running this stuff. Another good unranked bay, from what I can hear from the WBO, is a Sting Unicorn. Because like, yeah, it's got the two different sides of it, and I gotta take a water break. Anyways, yeah, where was I? It's just a really good bay to use in terms of like versatility, because like you got a good smooth blade on this side and a sharper, more ragged blade on that side, and you can just go to town with other people. especially with like Roar Tyranno. In my opinion, I think Roar Tyranno is better than Sword Phoenix, especially Sword Phoenix 1. I think it's better than that. I think that's all I have to say about this blade. Another one that I really liked, but honestly I got a little disappointed, was Wise Tiger. Now Wise Tiger, I am a big fan of tigers. I've always been a big fan of tigers, and I thought Vice Tiger. I say Wise because I watch Ruby. But I thought its sloping attack ring, where it's like brunt smash attacks right here, followed by a sloping upper attack. Running this on a low ratchet sounds really fun to do, which is why I did that. And it's probably why they did 360. Excuse me. Is probably why they did 360 on Vice Tiger. Yeah. I mean, it just looks cool either way. This is just a really cool bay. I guess that's what you get when it comes to the Bakuten Shoot inspired blades, because Cobalt Dragoon and Impact Dragoon and Silver Wolf and blah blah blah, those were all good looking bays. Speaking of another good looking bay, this one was colored as well, but it's honestly a really nice attacker if you put it on attack, or maybe defense. This is a really good bay to do anything with, is a Tail Viper. And that's just my opinion, okay? Yeah, you could be saying, oh, why can't you just show off like your Wizard Rods or your Impact Dragoons? First of all, I do not have Impact Dragoon yet, but this is just a way to show off the hobby and to show off, yeah, you may not have the best combo, but you're having fun with the cool bays that you have. Because like I blade with a lot of kids, okay? The club that I do, it's mostly kids, and you gotta be like, hey, you gotta lower your standards when it comes to blading with other kids, literal kids. And it's just fun to do combos like I've been posting right now. And Tail Viper is probably the biggest one that I've been getting a lot of attention with, mainly because it was my first. And yeah, this is the original color or original chip of Tail Viper that I colored. I might be getting another one just to have it be blank, but I just really like the colors of what I did with this. And just the normal colors of Tail Viper. Just Tail Viper! Tail Viper is just really good, and it's really cool. I like its blader. I like everything about it, except for Swing Terra. What else? So I did these. Oh, an old one but a good one. An old one but a good one is definitely Sword Dran. Sword Dran, or Dran Sword, is definitely a good attack blade. You just can't go wrong with it. And I chose the red one because it just looks way past cool than the blue one. And I'm glad that we were able to get this cheaper. And I hope we get the Wizard Arrow cheaper, like the blue one. That is my Moby Dick. That is my white whale when it comes to collecting. Is this one and the blue. Because I like blue. I like blue and I like Wizard Arrow. But yeah, this is such a really nice bay. There's nothing really much to say about it though, other than it is just a solid attack type blade. And a solid defense one, or just any sort of way you want to run it, would be Night Shield. Yeah, this is colored. The better colored ones that I have. But Night Shield is a really good bay to mess around with, because of its imbalanced blade. Because of its imbalanced blade right here, where it has a heavier notch where it gives it a bit of imbalance, you could probably do good with a lot of combos with this. I mostly run it on ball, because it is very round, and once someone gets hit with this side, then they are knocked out. And you know, that's great and all, but like, you can't go wrong with stock wizard arrow, or just wizard arrow in general, just a wizard bays in general. Because yeah, wizard rod on its best combo is a really good bay. There is no doubt about that. But when it comes to just good old-fashioned blading, and you just want to do a good job and just be like, hey, this is a fun game and I'm just gonna play fun, then yeah, all these other ones you can probably say, yeah, that's how it is. But wizard arrow has got to be the de facto of let's just have fun and win. Because not only the blader multi-9 euro is just the coolest, but wizard arrow is just a really good bay, and it's just a fun bay to use. And that's just what I do with my content generally, is that I want to make fun combos that people can enjoy or try out. There's nothing competitive about it. Once it gets competitive, that's when you know I've ran out of ideas and I have lost the game of Beyblade in terms of content making and just general being creative. Because the one gripe I have about competitive is that it's not creative, because you're just using the best parts, which is why these are my favorite blades. Like, all of these little guys, they're just really cool to do stuff with. And not a lot of people understand that. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys have fun blading, and I'll see you next time. Peace.